So once you've got to grips with your toaster bar and we're looking at performing them in a Metcon type scenario, there's going to be different styles that we might look to use depending on the workout. So obviously with your toaster bar, okay, generally there's probably like 3 main types of toaster bar that you might see. There's your very gymnastics based, okay, kind of a straight leg toaster bar movement, where we're really focused on obviously a very efficient kip, okay, the movement looks really smooth, we're keeping our legs straight, feet together, okay, and you might have more of a scoop type movement with your toaster bar, okay, where we're bending at your knees, we're not necessarily going through that full kip, and as we bring your feet back down, we're almost pushing them back behind the bar to get so we can go into that next rep as quickly as possible, okay. And then you're also probably going to see something in between where we might be going through a full kip, but we might have more of a slight bend in the knee, okay, which obviously means that we're not quite bringing our legs up as far. And we're kind of focusing more on that kind of kick from the knee to get your toes up to touch the bar at the top. Okay, so they're like kind of the 3 main styles. Obviously, there's a time and a place for each of those, which is why it's worth getting to grips with all the different kind of styles of movement. You can then identify which style you might need to use depending on the workout. So obviously as well, when you're thinking about this, you need to know what your own individual toaster bar capacity is, because again, that's going to dictate what you might do. Okay, so let's just say you've got a Metcon that's relatively short, fast, the total volume of toaster bar is quite low relative to your capacity for toaster bar. Okay, in that situation, we don't necessarily need to focus on maximum efficiency. Okay, instead we're going to be focusing on speed. Okay, so this might be when you would use more of that kind of scoop style movement. All right, again, forcing your feet back down behind the bar as quickly as you can so that you can get your feet back up to the bar as quickly as possible. Okay, obviously this is going to become more fatiguing. Okay, you're not going to get as much help from your kip, but it is going to be significantly faster, which obviously if you're doing a competition workout or a qualifier workout and you're comfortable with the total number of reps, then obviously speed is the name of the game. Okay. On the flip side of that, if we look at that very typical gymnastics based toaster bar movement, okay, where we're going with very straight legs, really maximizing the efficiency of your kip, you might use this when the volume of toaster bar is very, very high relative to your capacity, and we want to be focused on moving as efficiently as we can. Okay, obviously we don't want to hit a wall. We want to stick to nice consistent sets with consistent breaks in between. Okay, this is going to be the best style of toaster bar to use in that scenario, okay, where we just need to keep chipping away. And then obviously then that kind of in between kind, okay, where we are using more of a kip, but we're also bending our knees on the way up. This is going to be for more of like the medium volume toaster bar workouts where we still need to make sure we're moving efficiently, okay, but we also want to move a little bit faster than if we were just to do your traditional gymnastics kip, which obviously is a little bit slower because your feet have to travel a lot further. Okay, now obviously there, when you take those 3 examples, it might be that you have one style that you use for a particular workout and you stick with that style the whole way, okay? Or if you're good at thinking on your feet during a Metcon, okay, you can adapt as you go, then it might be that you start off with one style and gradually transition to another as you get fatigued, okay? So again, let's just say you've got a toaster bar workout where that capacity is, you know, kind of in the mid-range in relation to what you can do on your toaster bar. It might be that you start off with that faster kind of scoop kip movement, so you can say get through the first few rounds quite quickly, okay, and then as you fatigue, it might be that you then transition to one of either the more gymnastic style of toaster bar or that kind of in-between movement to help you be a little bit more efficient, but again, not quite sacrifice all your speed, okay? So being able to adapt mid-workout and think on the spot is really important on a movement like toaster bar. Obviously, that also applies to things like your barbell cycling as well, okay? To make sure you're getting that balance right between efficiency and speed, which then helps you get the best possible time on the workout.